have like 3 main tips that I would give you on care transitions and how you prepare ahead of time. So the first one is to do your resources homework. So what does that mean? So that means that you need to have a list, at least, of resources for home care agencies. That's like caregivers coming in the home. And a senior living community that, could be a good fit down the road. And an adult day program. And maybe an aging life care specialist or certified senior advisor, so that you have actual people available when you need them that you know about. And I realize when you're a family caregiver, you're lucky if you have 10 minutes once a week to make a phone call. So this isn't easy just to put that resource list together. So what I recommend for families is that when you're doing that, ask for help from another family member. So many people have adult children or a sister-in-law or somebody who's kind of resourceful and really wants to help but doesn't know what to do. So you can ask them and say, hey, this is what I need. I need you to look at the 3 senior living communities in my area and see which one you like the best for dad or whatever that is. Because a lot of times, we get to the crisis and then we don't have a resource list and we don't have anyone to call, and so we have to listen to the social worker at the hospital, and this is not always their best expertise giving us advice. And so it's really important to get your resource list ahead of time because you will need it down the road, and even if you just have somebody do it for you. The second is building a team, which we've talked a little bit about. That team could be a neighbor who you see regularly, who can check on your loved one when you go out of town. Or that team could be your adult son or nephew. That team could be the doctor. It could be a caregiver. It could be a lot of different people. But building a team and starting with a list of who outside of myself can help care for my loved one. And then third, so this is something that I do, and I think it's really helpful because we know our loved one the best, right? And so what you can do ahead of time is put together a little profile page about your loved one. So if your loved one is Bonnie, maybe put a little list together of her likes, her dislikes, her favorite foods, things she likes to talk about, her medical diagnoses that you know of that are important, as well as her religious or spiritual preferences. Maybe a little bit about her family or that she grew up in Marion, Ohio, or something like that. Because that information is going to be helpful as you start to build the team. Because people on the team, then instead of having to go through that information when you're exhausted all the time, you can just say, here's a page about Bob. And so please read it, get to know it ahead of time before you meet Bob. And then you don't have to do that, and it helps somebody at a senior living community or with a caregiving agency get to know your loved one a little bit before they even meet them. Those are my 3 tips.
Oh, good. Thank you. Those were great tips. And